Right now, as you're watching this, there's a hidden war being fought for your attention. Thousands of companies, streaming services, social media apps, online stores, you name it. They're all battling for just a tiny slice of your day. The problem, we all have the same 24 hours. So in this new attention economy, how does any business possibly survive, let alone grow? Well, that's what we're going to break down. Here's how we're going to do it. First up, we'll uncover the single most valuable resource in the modern world. Then we'll look at how the entire game of competition has changed, and I'll reveal who your real competitors are today. After that, we'll see the shocking price of a single glance, explore the content revolution it's created, and finally, we'll land on the one single foundational rule of marketing you just can't ignore. So let's start with a really fundamental question. In the world we live in right now, what is the single most valuable, most limited thing there is? Now, when I ask that, a few classic answers probably pop into your head. Maybe something like a precious metal. Is it gold?
Nope. Super valuable for sure, but that's not what businesses are truly fighting tooth and nail for.
Okay, what about oil then? It basically powers our entire modern life. But believe it or not, there's something even more fundamental to today's economy. It's attention. I mean, think about it. You can't make more time. There are only 24 hours in a day, period. And that hard, unchangeable limit makes our focus, our attention, the most precious commodity on the entire planet. And this chart, wow, this really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? Once you take out sleep and work and all the essential stuff like eating and family time, the chunk of time that's actually left for media is tiny. That tiny little sliver right there, that's the entire battlefield. Every single app, every website, every ad is clawing for a piece of that. This absolute scarcity has completely rewritten the rules of business. Seriously, the way companies used to compete is just fundamentally different from how they have to compete today. Back in the 20th century, competition was pretty straightforward, right? It was Coca-Cola versus Pepsi, Nike versus Adidas. It was a clear head-to-head fight for market share. But today, it's a fight for attention share. A potential customer for your business is literally one click away from getting lost in a Netflix series, a viral TikTok dance, or a deep dive on YouTube. And this brings us right to the heart of it all, the attention economy. It's this whole system that's built on one simple idea. Our collective attention is a finite, scarce resource, and companies have to fight for that before they can even dream of fighting for our money. So if the name of the game is capturing attention, who is your business really competing against? I bet the answer is going to surprise you. It's not just the other companies in your industry anymore, not even close. You're fighting against the infinite scroll of Instagram and TikTok. You're up against the ridiculously binge-worthy catalog of Netflix. You're competing with news apps, addictive mobile games, podcasts. Heck, you're even competing with a simple text message from a friend. Every one of these is a master at grabbing and holding on to our attention. This quote right here just hits the nail on the head. Your marketing email doesn't just need to be good, it has to be more interesting than a $100 million Netflix show. Your website has to be more compelling than an algorithm that was literally designed by geniuses to be addictive. That is the battlefield. So what happens when a resource is this scarce and this fought over? The price goes through the roof. Let's talk about the economics of just trying to get someone to look at you. Companies spend hundreds of billions of dollars every single year, globally. They're not just buying ad space anymore, they're essentially buying lottery tickets for your attention. It's this gigantic bet that they can earn just a few precious seconds of your focus. And here's why that matters so much. Attention is the gateway. It is step one on the road to growth. You can't build trust if no one's listening to you, and you definitely can't drive sales if nobody even knows you exist. It all starts with capturing attention. This intense, crazy competition for our eyeballs has forced a massive shift in strategy. The old way of doing things, just interrupting people with loud ads, it just doesn't work anymore. So brands had to get smart. They had to evolve. Brands finally realized they can't just create ads anymore. They have to create content. That's why you see fun characters like the Omnibot from OmniAdWorks pop up. The whole goal is to stop being an annoying interruption and start being a welcome invitation. To make something so entertaining or so useful that people actually choose to pay attention to you. And this has created a completely new marketing toolkit. Just look at this list. We're talking podcasts, educational videos, online communities. Marketers aren't just ad buyers anymore. They have to be entertainers, they have to be educators, they have to be community builders. They have to create things people actually want, all in an effort to earn, not just buy, a moment of your time.
And this brings us to the core lesson here, the one foundational rule for any business trying to make it in the modern world.
The single biggest mistake a business can make is just assuming that attention is a given. That whole "if you build it, they will come" idea, that is a recipe for disaster today. In this incredibly noisy world, a great product that no one knows about is really just a great secret. And that really brings us to the most important rule of all. Before you can sell a single thing, before you can build a brand, before you can change the world, you have to first earn the right to be heard. You must capture attention. It's the price of entry for absolutely everything else. Okay, so now that we get why attention is so critical, the next logical question is, how do you actually capture it? In our next explainer, we are going to dive into the first and most direct battlefield where companies fight to get seen, paid marketing. We'll explore why it can be both the most powerful and the most dangerous tool in business today.